Well, Debra called me after some time. They were almost finished with the movie shoot, and said, "We need for you to put some people together and come and play, and pick local people." So I called around and found people that I knew could do the job, and we met the day before at the hotel, got a little practice room, and sat down and played for an hour, and said, "Yeah, I think we could do that." And we went the next night, and they told us we'd be done in a half an hour, and then the next thing we knew, it was 4:30 in the morning. But you know,
yeah.
But it was a great privilege to be a part of this. It's just and it's amazing. It's an amazing film, and I've got to say, beyond the music, that is an Ozarker. It's absolutely authentic. This is I know those people because I am one. You know.
Well, the music is a brilliant addition to the film, and we loved it.
I'm glad. Thank you.
Debra, I'm going to ask him to bring up the house lights a little bit and have a few questions come from the audience if we can.
Okay.
And I know that you've got to get back on your press junket and keep moving for the next year. So you're going to be moving for a long time, I think, for this film.
But then you got to stay still. to do work, you got to stay still after
Yeah,
that.
that's true indeed. Would someone in the audience like to stick their hand in the air? There's someone there. I'll try to rephrase the question if you can't hear it.
Okay, all right.
I'm just curious. Just holler then. I'm just curious how you worked with the children and how you protected them. They were chewing on some very raw meat.
Did you hear his question, Debra?
Working with children?
Yeah, he said, how did you work with them? Because they were chewing on some real raw meat, he said.
You know, the fact that Jennifer Lawrence was able to really make a world for them. She was able to make them believe she was their older sister for the duration of the film. And that helps so much with children, that they can block out the production. They can block out the things that would make them feel so uneasy. And they have just really listened to her, and she was able to almost create her own rehearsal format with them. And so their task really was to truly listen to her when she asked them to do things. And I think they felt very safe with her. And that really facilitated them being able to enter the fiction of the story.
How was Jennifer protected?
How was Jennifer protected from the material she was working with?
That's such a good question. I mean, Jennifer, you know, at that age, is still young enough to, I think, I will say one thing that was very sweet that did, I think she would say this. I'm just trying to think how she would answer that. And she made really good friends with her on-screen friend, Gail. That's Lauren Sweetser from Arkansas. And they had such a strong camaraderie during the making of the film. And they always write to me now saying they're best friends in real life. They love to tell me that. And I think, honestly, that she was able to discharge and actually be the teenage woman that she is with Lauren. And I think, and there were more scenes actually that we filmed that showed Lauren, the Gail character, being a great support to her. They didn't make it into the final cut, but the storyline was there. I think in Jennifer's mind, she knew that Ree had a friend that she really could turn to.
That's good. Another question from the audience? In the back there?
Hi. The film is wonderful and beautiful, first of all. My question is about the red camera. And I was wondering if after some of the technical problems you had and inconveniences, if you would use it again on your next project, or if you would look at using a different high-end digital camera.
You hear the question?
Yeah, about the red camera.
Yeah.
The red camera, you know, look, it's not a choice. I mean, the red camera is an instrument of democratic media making. You know, it's very, very powerful, as you know, because you're familiar with it. It's 4K resolution. That's super powerful. It can play with all the big dogs. It's just that I don't know, the body costs $17,000, and hundreds of United States MDPs around the world own them. So that means that already you've got this tool that you don't have to go through such extraordinary measures financially and other ways to obtain. So to me, this is, you know, if I was going to pull out some other kind of history from my past, I would have another term for it, but this is, for kunst making, this is your weapon, it's like, this is a very important camera for people that are in my category, which is called scrappy filmmakers,
Thank you. Another question there? I see a hand.
I wondered about the author of the novel, Daniel Woodrow. How close was he involved with the making of the film, and what did he do besides write the novel? And was he an advisor and on a set and that sort of thing?
The level of involvement of Daniel. The project really got launched by the DP and the producer of the film and myself going down and meeting Daniel, and that was imperative. I mean, to ask him questions about the book, and also to see the inspirations. I mean, he loves that region, he's been there an awful long time.
Two questions. The critics, a lot to work with down the road. And then my last question to you. Thank you so much. Meredith, thank you so much. Thank you. This really works. Okay, you can unplug Debra now.